Act 3, Scene 3. A hall in Gloucester's castle. Enter Gloucester and Edmund.
Alack, alack, Edmund, I like not this unnatural dealing. When I desire their leave that I might pity him, they took from me the use of my own house, charged me on pain of their perpetual displeasure, neither to speak of him, entreat for him, nor any way sustain him.
Most savage and unnatural.
Go to, say you nothing. There's a division betwixt the dukes, and a worse matter than that. I have received a letter this night. 'Tis dangerous to be spoken. I have locked the letter in my closet. The injuries the king now bears will be revenged home. There's part of the power already footed. Must incline to the king. I will seek him and privily relieve him. Go you and maintain talk with the duke, that my charity be of him not perceived. If he ask for me, I am ill and gone to bed. Though I die for it, has no less as threatened me. The king, my old master, must be relieved. There is some strange thing toward Edmund. Pray you, be careful.
Exit.
This courtesy forbid thee, shall the duke instantly know. And of that letter too. This seems a fair deserving, and must draw me that which my father loses no less than all. The younger rises when the old doth fall.
Exit.
Act 3, Scene 4. The heath, before a hovel.
Here is the place, my lord. Good my lord, enter. The tyranny of the open night's too rough for nature to endure.
Storm still.
Let me alone.
Good my lord, enter here.
Wilt break my heart?
I had rather break mine own. Good my lord, enter.
Filial ingratitude. In such a night to shut me out. Oh, Regan, Goneril, you kind old father whose frank heart gave all. Let me shun that, no more of that.
Good my lord, enter here.
To the fool.
In, boy, go first. You houseless poverty, nay, get thee in. I'll pray and then I'll sleep.
Fool goes in.
Poor naked wretches, wheresoever you are, how shall your houseless heads and unfed sides defend you from seasons such as these? Oh, I have taken too little care of this.
Within.
Feather in half, poor Tom.
The fool runs out from the hovel.
Come not in here, nuncle. Here's a spirit. Help me, help me.
Give me thy hand. Who's there?
A spirit. He says his name's poor Tom.
What art thou that dost grumble there in the straw? Come forth.
Enter Edgar, disguised as a madman.
Away, the foul fiend fouls me, through the sharp hawthorn blows the cold wind. Go to the cold bed and warm thee.
Hast thou given all to thy 2 daughters, and art thou come to this?
Who gives anything to poor Tom, whom the foul fiend hath led through fire and through flame and through ford and whirlpool over bog and quagmire? Bless thy 5 wits. Tom's the cold, the foul fiend vexes. There could I have him now, and there, and there, and there.
Storm still.
Has his daughters brought him to this pass?
He hath no daughters, sir.
Death, traitor, nothing could have subdued nature to such a lowness but his unkind daughters.
Pillicack sat on Pillicack Hill, halloo, Tom's the cold.
This cold night will turn us all to fools and madmen.
Storm still.
Is man no more than this? Consider him well. Thou owest the worm no silk, the sheep no wool, the cat no perfume. Thou art the thing itself. Unaccommodated man is no more such a bare, poor animal as thou art. Off, you lendings, come, unbutton here.
Tearing off his clothes.
Prithee, nuncle, be contented. 'Tis a naughty night to swim in. Look, here comes a walking fire.
Enter Gloucester with a torch.
This is the foul fiend, flibberty gibbet, a right thee witch, a right thee.
How fares your grace?
What's he?
Who's there? What is it you seek?
What are you there? Your names!
Poor Tom, that eats the swimming frog, the toad, the tadpole, the walnut, and the water. But mice and rats and such small deer have been Tom's food for 7 long year. Beware, my fowler, peace, schmalunkin, peace, thou fiend.
What, hath your grace no better company?
The princess of darkness is a gentleman.
Her flesh and blood, my lord, is grown so vile that it doth hate what gets it.
Poor Tom's a cold.
Oh, go in with me. My duty cannot suffer to obey in all your daughter's hard commands. Though their injunction be to bar my doors, yet have I ventured to come seek you out and bring you where both fire and food is ready.
First, let me talk with this philosopher.
To Edgar.
What is the cause of thunder?
Good, my lord, take his offer.
What is your study?
How to prevent the fiend and to kill vermin.
Let me ask you one word in private.
Importune him once more to go, my lord. His wits begin to unsettle.
Canst thou blame him?
Storm still.
His daughters seek his death. Ah, that good Kent, he said it would be thus. Poor banished man, thou sayest the king grows mad. I'll tell thee, friend, I am almost mad myself. I had a son, now outlawed from my blood. He sought my life, but lately, very late, I loved him, friend. The grief hath crazed my wits. What a night's this! I do beseech your grace.
Oh, cry your mercy, sir! A noble philosopher, your company.
Tom's a cold.
Oh, in, fellow, there, into the hovel.
Come, let's in all.
Keep thee warm.
Exeunt.
Act 3, Scene 5, Gloucester's Castle. Enter Cornwall and Edmund.
I will have my revenge ere I depart this house.
How malicious is my fortune, that I must repent to be just. This is the letter he spoke of, which approves him an intelligent party to the advantages of France. O heavens, that this treason were not, or not I, the detector.
True or false, it hath made thee Earl of Gloucester. Seek out where thy father is, that he may be ready for our apprehension.
Aside.
If I find him comforting the king, it will stuff his suspicion more fully. I will persevere in my course of loyalty, though the conflict be sore between that and my blood.
I will lay trust upon thee, and thou shalt find a dearer father in my love.
Exit.
Act 3, Scene 6. A chamber in a farmhouse adjoining the castle. Enter King Lear, Kent, Fool, and Edgar.
Prithee, nuncle, tell me whether a madman be a gentleman or a yeoman.
A king, a king.
No, he's a yeoman that has a gentleman to his son, for he's a mad yeoman that sees his son a gentleman before him.
To have 1,000 with red burning spits come hissing in upon him.
To Edgar.
Come, sit thou here, most learned justicer.
To the Fool.
Thou, sapient sir, sit here. Now, you she-foxes.
Sir, will you lie down and rest upon the cushions?
I'll see their trial first. Bring in the evidence.
To Edgar.
Thou, robed man of justice, take thy place.
To the Fool.
And thou, bench by his side.
To Kent.
Sit you too.
Let us deal justly, purr the cat is gray.
Arraign her first. 'Tis Goneril, I here take my oath before this honorable assembly. She kicked the poor king, her father.
Come hither, mistress. Is your name Goneril?
She cannot deny it.
Cry you mercy. I took you for a joint stool.
And here's another. Stop her, their arms, sword, fire, false justice, sir, why hast thou let her escape?
Bless thy 5 wits!
Oh, pity, sir.
Aside.
My tears begin to take his part so much, they'll mar my counterfeiting.
Then let them anatomize Regan, see what breathes about her heart. Is there any cause in nature that makes these hard hearts?
To Edgar.
You, sir, I entertain for 1 of my 100, only I do not like the fashion of your garments. You will say they are Persian attire, but let them be changed.
Now, good my lord, lie here and rest a while.
Make no noise, draw the curtains, so. We'll go to supper in the morning, so.
And I'll go to bed at noon.
Re-enter Gloucester.
Come hither, friend. Where is the king, my master?
Here, sir, but trouble him not. His wits are gone.
Good friend, I prithee, take him in thy arms. I have overheard a plot of death upon him. There's a cart ready. Lay him in it, and drive towards Dover, friend, where thou shalt meet both welcome and protection.
To the fool.
Come, help to bear thy master. Thou must not stay behind.
Come away.
Exeunt all but Edgar.
When we our betters see bearing our woes, we scarcely think our miseries our foes. Who alone suffers most in the mind, leaving free things and happy shows behind.
Exit. Act 3, Scene 7, Gloucester's Castle. Enter Cornwall, Regan, Goneril, Edmund, and servants.
Post speedily to my lord your husband. Show him this letter. The army of France is landed. Seek out the villain Gloucester.
Exit some of the servants.
Hang him instantly!
Black out his eyes.
Leave him to my displeasure. Edmund, keep you, our sister, company. Farewell, dear sister. Farewell, my lord of Gloucester.
Enter Oswald.
How now, where's the king?
My lord of Gloucester hath conveyed him hence, and gone with him towards Dover, where they boast to have well-armed friends.
Get horses for your mistress.
Farewell, sweet lord and sister.
Edmund, farewell.
Exeunt Goneril, Edmund, and Oswald.
Go seek the traitor Gloucester, pin him like a thief, bring him before us.
Exeunt other servants.
Though well we may not pass upon his life, without form of justice met our power, shall do a courtesy to our wrath, with which men may blame, but not control.
Enter Gloucester, brought in by 2 or 3 servants.
Ingrateful fox, 'tis he!
Bind fast his corky arms.
What means your grace? Good my friends, consider. You are my guests. Do me no foul play, friend.
Bind him, I say.
Servants bind him.
Hard, oh filthy traitor!
Unmerciful lady as you are, I'm none.
To this chair bind him. Villain, thou shalt find.
Regan plucks his beard.
By the kind gods, 'tis most ignobly done to pluck me by the beard.
So white, and such a traitor!
I am your host. What will you do?
Come, sir, what letters had you late from France? Late-footed in the kingdom?
Be simple, answerer, for we know the truth. To whose hand have you sent the lunatic king? Speak!
Where hast thou sent the king?
To Dover.
Wherefore to Dover? Wast thou not charged at peril?
Well, to Dover, let him first answer that.
Because I would not see thy cruel nails pluck out his poor old eyes, nor thy sister and his anointed flesh stick boorish fangs. I shall see the winged vengeance overtake such children.
See it shalt thou never. Fellows, hold the chair. Upon these eyes of thine I set my foot.
He that will think to live till he be old, give me somehow. Oh, you gods! Oh. Oh.
One side will mock another, the other too.
If you see vengeance.
Hold your hand, my lord. I have served you ever since I was a child, but better service now I have never done you than now to bid you hold.
How now, you dog?
They draw and fight.
Give me thy sword. A peasant stand up thus.
Takes a sword and runs at him behind.
My lord!
Dies.
Out, vile jelly! Where is thy luster now?
Oh, dark and comfortless. Where's my son, Edmund?
Thou callest on him that hates thee. It was he that made the overture of thy treason to us, who is too good to pity thee.
Oh, my fathers! Then Edgar was abused. Kind gods, forgive me that and prosper him.
Go, thrust him out at the gates and let him smell his way to Dover.
Exit a servant with Gloucester.
How is it, my lord? How look you?
I have received a hurt. Follow me, lady. Turn out that eyeless villain. Throw out the slave upon the dunghill. Regan, I bleed apace. Untimely comes this hurt. Give me your arm.
Exeunt severally. Act 4, Scene 1, The Heath. Enter Edgar.
Yet better thus, and known to be condemned, to be worst, the lowest and most dejected thing of fortune, lives not in fear. The lamentable charge is from the best, the worst returns to laughter. But who comes here?
Enter Gloucester, led by an old man.
My father, poorly led? World, world, oh world, but that thy strange mutations make us hate thee. Life would not yield to age.
Oh, my good lord, I have been your tenant and your father's tenant these 80 years.
Away, get thee away, good friend, be gone. Thy comforts do me no good at all. Thee they may hurt.
Alack, sir, you cannot see your way.
I have no way, and therefore want no eyes. I stumbled when I saw. Oh, dear son Edgar, the food of thy abused father's wrath. Might I but live to see thee in my touch. Say I had eyes again.
How now? Who's there?
Aside.
O gods, who is it can say I am the worst? I am the worse than ever I was.
'Tis poor mad Tom.
Aside.
And worse I may be yet.
Is it a beggar man?
Madman and beggar too.
He has some reasons, else he could not beg. In the last night's storm, I such a fellow saw. My son came then into my mind, and yet my mind was then scarce friends with him. I have heard more since. As flies to wanton ways are we to the gods. They kill us for their sport.
Aside.
How should this be? Bad is the trade that must play fool to sorrow, angering itself and others. Bless thee, master.
Is that the naked fellow?
Aye, my lord.
Then get thee gone, and bring some covering for this naked soul, who I'll entreat to lead me towards Dover.
Alack, sir, he is mad.
Oh, 'tis the time's plague when mad men lead the blind. Do as I bid thee, or rather do thy pleasure. Above the rest, be gone.
I'll bring him the best apparel that I have.
Exit.
Sara, naked fellow?
Poor Tom's a cold.
Aside.
I cannot daub it further.
Come hither, fellow.
Aside.
And yet I must. Bless thy sweet eyes, they bleed.
Knowest the way to Dover?
Full styling gate, horseway and footpath, poor Tom hath been scared out of his good wits. 5 fiends have been in poor Tom at once.
Here, take this. Thou whom the heaven's plagues have humbled to all strokes. That I am wretched makes thee happier. Dost thou know Dover?
Aye, master.
There's death. Bring me to the very brim of it, and I'll repair the misery thou dost bear with something rich about me. From that place I shall leading need.
Give me thine arm. Poor Tom shall lead thee.
Exeunt.
Act 4, Scene 2. 4 Albany's Palace. Enter Goneril and Edmund.
Welcome, my lord. I marvel our mild husband not met us on the way.
Enter Oswald.
Now where's your master?
Met him within, but never man so changed. I told him of the army that was landed. He smiled at it. I told him you were coming. His answer was, the worst of Gloucester's treachery. And of the loyal service of his son, when I informed him, then he called me sot and told me I turned the wrong side out. What most he should dislike seems pleasant to him. What like, offensive.
To Edmund.
Then you shall go no further. It is the cowish terror of his spirit that dares not undertake. Back, Edmund, to my brother. Hasten his musters and conduct his powers. I must change names at home and give the distaff into my husband's hands.
Giving a favor.
Decline your head. This kiss, if it durst speak, would stretch thy spirits up into the air. Conceive and fare thee well.
Yours in the rank of death.
My most dear Gloucester.
Exit Edmund.
Oh, the difference of man and man. To thee a woman's services are due. My fool usurps my body.
Madam, here comes my lord.
Exit. Enter Albany.
I have been worth the whistle.
Oh, Goneril, wisdom and goodness to the vile seem vile. Filth savor but themselves. What have you done? Tigers, not daughters. What have you performed? Humanity must perforce prey on itself like monsters of the deep.
Milk-livered man that bearest a cheek for blows, a head for wrongs. Who hast not in thy brows an eye discerning thine honor from thy suffering? That not knowest, fools, those villains pity who are punished ere they have done their mischief. Where's thy drum? France spreads his banners in our noiseless land. With plumed helm thy slayer begins threats, whilst thou, a moral fool, sittest still and cries, alack, why does he so?
Thou changed and self-covered thing, for shame. Be monster not thy feature. Were it my fitness to let these hands obey my blood, they're apt to tear and dislocate thy flesh and bones. However, thou art a fiend, a woman's shape doth shield thee.
Marry your manhood now.
Enter a messenger.
What news?
Oh, my good lord, the Duke of Cornwall is dead, slain by his servant, going to put out the eye of Gloucester.
Gloucester's eye? This shows you are above you, justicers, that these are nether crimes so speedily can venge. But oh, poor Gloucester. Lost he his other eye?
Both, my lord. This letter, madam, craves a speedy answer. 'Tis from your sister.
Aside.
One way I like this well. But being widow, and my Edmund with her, may all the building in my fancy pluck upon my hateful life. Another way. This news is not so tart. I will read and answer.
Exit.
Where was his son when they did take his eye? Knows he the wickedness?
Aye, my good lord, 'twas he informed against him, and quit the house on purpose, that their punishment might have the freer course.
Gloucester, I live to thank thee for the love thou showest the king, and to revenge thine eyes. Come hither, friend. Tell me what more thou knowest.
Exit.
Act 4, Scene 3. The French camp near Dover. Enter Kent and a gentleman.
Why, the King of France is so suddenly gone back. Know you the reason?
Something he left imperfect in the state, which since his coming forth is thought of, which imports to the kingdom so much fear and danger that his personal return was most required and necessary.
Did your letters pierce the Queen Cordelia to any demonstration of grief?
Faith, once or twice she heaved the name of father, cried, "Sisters, sisters, shame of ladies, what in the storm?"
Well, sir, the poor distressed Lear is in the town, and by no means will yield to see his daughter.
Why, good sir?
Well, his own unkindness that gave her dear rights to his dog-hearted daughters. Well, these things sting his mind so venomously that burning shame detains him from Cordelia. Well, sir, I'll bring you to our Master Lear and leave you to attend.
Exit. Act 4, Scene 4. The French camp. A tent. Enter, with drum and colors, Cordelia, doctor, and soldiers.
Alack, 'tis he. Why, he was met even now, as mad as the vexed sea, singing aloud, "A sentry send forth, search every acre in the high ground field, and bring him to our eye."
Exit an officer.
What can man's wisdom in the restoring his bereaved sense? He that helps him take all my outward worth.
There is means, madam. Our foster nurse of nature is repose, the which he lacks. That, to provoke in him, are many simples operative, whose power will close the eye of anguish.
All blessed secrets, all you unpublished virtues of the earth, spring with my tears, be adient and remediate in the good man's distress. Seek for him, lest his ungoverned rage dissolve the life that wants the means to lead it.
Enter a messenger.
News, madam. The British powers are marching hitherward.
'Tis known before, our preparation stands, in expectation of them. O dear father, it is thy business that I go about. Therefore great France, my mourning and important tears hath pitied. No blown ambition doth our arms incite, but love, dear love, and our aged father's right. Soon may I hear and see him.
Exeunt. Act 4, Scene 5, Gloucester's Castle. Enter Regan and Oswald.
But are my brother's powers set forth?
Aye, madam.
Himself in person there?
Madam, with much ado, your sister is a better soldier.
Lord Edmund spake not with your lord at home?
No, madam.
What might import my sister's letter to him?
I know not, lady.
Faith, he is post hence on serious matter. It was great ignorance Gloucester's eye being out to let him live. Where he arrives, he moves all hearts against us. Edmund is gone to descry the strength of the enemy.
I must needs after him, madam, with my letter.
Why should she write to Edmund? Might not you transport her purposes by word? Let me unseal the letter.
Madam, I had rather...
I know your lady does not love her husband, I am sure of that. And she gave most speaking looks to noble Edmund. I know you are of her bosom. My lord is dead. Edmund and I have talked, and more convenient is he for my hand than your lady's. Pray you, give him this, so fare you well. If you do chance hear of that blind traitor, preferment falls on him that cuts him off.
Exeunt. Act 4, Scene 6. Fields near Dover. Enter Gloucester and Edgar dressed like a peasant.
When shall we come to the top of that same hill?
You do climb up it now. Look how we labor.
Methinks the ground is even.
Horrible steep. Hark, do you hear the sea?
Oh, truly.
Why then, your other senses grow imperfect, but your eyes anguish.
So may it be. Indeed, methinks thy voice is altered, and thou speakest in better phrase and matter than thou didst.
You're much deceived. In nothing am I changed but in my garments.
Methinks better spoken.
Come on, sir, here's the place. Stand still. How fearful and dizzy 'tis to cast one's eyes so low. The fishermen that walk upon the beach appear like mice. I'll look no more, lest my brain turn and the deficient sight topple down headlong.
Me where you stand.
Give me your hand. You are now within a foot of the extreme verge.
Let go my hand. Here, friend, a jewel well the poor man's taking. Go thou further off, bid me farewell, and let me hear thee going.
Now fare ye well, sir, good sir.
With all my heart.
Why I do trifle thus with his despair is done to cure it.
Kneeling.
O mighty gods, this world do I renounce, and in your sights shake patiently my great affliction of it. If Edgar live, oh, bless him. Now, fellow, fare thee well!
He falls forward.
Ho, you, sir, friend! Hear you, sir, speak. Thus might he pass indeed, yet he revives. What are you, sir?
Away, and let me die!
Thou hast perpendicularly fell. Thy life's a miracle. Speak yet again.
But have I fallen or no?
From the dread summit of this chalky bourne, look up a height.
Alack, I have no eyes. Is wretchedness deprived that benefit to end itself by death?
Give me your arm. Up. So. How is it? Feel you your legs? You stand.
Too well, too well.
This is above all strangeness. Upon the crown of the cliff, what thing was it that which parted from you?
A poor unfortunate beggar. I do remember now. Henceforth, I'll bear affliction till it do cry out itself, enough, enough, and die.
But who comes here?
Enter King Lear.
No, they cannot touch me for coining. I am the king himself.
Oh, thy side-piercing sight!
Nature's above art in that respect. There's your press money. Look, a mouse. Peace. This piece of toasted cheese will do it. There's my gauntlet. I'll prove it on a giant.
I know that voice.
They flattered me like a dog when the rain came to wet me once and the wind to make me chatter. When the thunder would not peace at my bidding, there I found them. There I smelt them out. Go to, they are not men of their words. They told me I was everything. 'Tis a lie.
The trick of that voice I do well remember. Is it not the king?
Aye, every inch a king. When I do stare, see how the subject quakes. I pardon that man's life. What was thy cause? Adultery? Thou shalt not die for it. Let copulation thrive, for Gloucester's bastard son was kinder to his father than my daughters got 'tween the lawful sheets. Down from the waist they are centaurs, though women all above. But to the girdle do the gods inherit, beneath is all the fiends. Give me an ounce of civet, there's money for thee.
Oh, let me kiss that hand.
Let me wipe it first, it smells of mortality.
Oh, ruined piece of nature, dost thou know me?
I remember thine eyes well enough. Dost thou squint at me? Nope. Do thy worst, blind Cupid, I'll not love. Read thou this challenge, mark but the penning of it.
Were all the letters sons, I could not see one.
I would not take this from report. It is, and my heart breaks at it.
Read.
What? With the case of eyes?
Aho! Are you there with me? No eyes in your head, nor no money in your purse. Your eyes are in a heavy case, your purse in a light, yet you see how this world goes.
I see it willingly.
What? Art mad? A man may see how this world goes with no eyes.
Aye, sir.
Thou rascal beetle, hold thy bloody hand. Why dost thou lash that whore? Strip thine own back. Thou hotly lust'st to use her in that kind for which thou whipst her. Get thee glass eyes, and like a scurvy politician seem to see the things thou dost not now. Now.
Reason and madness.
If thou wilt weep my fortunes, take my eyes. I know thee well enough. Thy name is Gloucester. Thou must be patient. We came crying hither. Thou knowest, the first time we smell the air, we howl and cry. I will preach to thee, mark.
Alack the day.
When we are born, we cry that we are come to this great stage of fools. It were a delicate stratagem to shoe a troop of horse with felt, and then when I have stolen up on these sons-in-laws, then kill.
Enter a gentleman with attendants.
Good sir, your most dear daughter.
I will die bravely like a bridegroom. I will be jovial. Come, I am a king, know you that?
You are a royal one, and I obey you.
Then there's life in it. Nay, if you get it, you will get it with running.
Exit running. Attendants follow. Enter gentleman.
A sight most pitiful and the meanest wretch. Past speaking of it in the king. Thou hast one daughter who redeems nature from the general curse, which twain have brought her to.
Hail, gentle sir. Do you hear aught, sir, of a battle toward?
Most sure and vulgar. Everyone hears that, which can distinguish sound.
But by your favor, how nears the other army?
Near, and on speedy foot. The main descry stands on the hourly thought.
I thank you, sir. That's all.
Though that the queen on special cause is here, her army is moved on.
I thank you, sir.
Exit gentleman.
You gentle gods, take my breath from me. Let not my worser spirit tempt me again to die before you, please.
Well, pray you, father.
Now, good sir, what are you?
A most poor man, made tame to fortune's blows, who by the art of known and feeling sorrows am pregnant to good pity. Give me your hand, I'll lead you to some bidding.
Gloucester stumbles upon the dead body of Oswald.
I knew him well. This was Oswald, a serviceable villain, as duteous to the vices of his mistress as badness would desire.
What? Is he dead?
Sit you down, father. Rest you. Let's see these pockets. The letters that he carries may be my friends.
Reads.
Let our reciprocal vows be remembered. You have many opportunities to cut him off. If you want not, time and place will be fruitfully offered. There is nothing done. If he return the conqueror, then I am the prisoner and his bed my goal. From the loathed warmth, wherefore deliver me and supply the place of your labor. Your wife, so I would say, affectionate servant Goneril? O undistinguished space of woman's will, applaud upon her virtuous husband's life? In the exchange, my brother? Here, in the sands, thee I'll rake up the most unsanctified of murderous lechers.
To Gloucester.
Give me your hand. I'll bestow you with a friend.
Exeunt. Act 4, Scene 7. A tent in the French camp. Lear on a bed asleep. Soft music playing. Gentlemen and others attending. Enter Cordelia, Kent, and Doctor.
O thou good Kent, how shall I live and work to match thy goodness? My life will be too short, and every measure fail me.
To be acknowledged, madam, is overpay.
Be better suited. These weeds are memories of those worser hours. I prithee, put them off.
Pardon me, dear madam, yet to be known shortens my made intent. My boon I make it, that you know me not till time and I think meet.
Then be it so, my good lord.
To the doctor.
How does the king?
Madam, sleeps still.
Oh, kind gods, cure this great breach in his abused nature.
So please your majesty that we may wake the king. He hath slept long. Aye, madam. In the heaviness of sleep we put fresh garments on him. Be by, good madam, when we do awake him.
Very well. O my dear father, restoration, hang thy medicine on my lips, and let this kiss repair those violent harms that my two sisters have in thy reverence made.
Kind and dear princess.
Was this a face to be opposed against the warring winds? Mine enemy's dog, though he hath bit me, should have stood that night against my fire, and wast thou fain, poor father, to hovel thee with swine and rogues forlorn, in short and musty straw? Alack, alack! 'Tis wonder that thy life and wits at once had not concluded all. He wakes, speak to him.
Madam, do you, 'tis fittest.
How does my royal lord? How fares your majesty?
You do me wrong to take me out of the grave. Thou art a soul in bliss, but I am bound upon a wheel of fire, that mine own tears do scald like molten lead.
Sir, do you know me?
You are a spirit, I know. Where did you die?
Still far wide.
He's scarce awake. Let him alone a while.
Where have I been? Where am I? Fair daylight. I am mightily abused. I should even die with pity to see another thus. I know not what to say. I will not swear these are my hands. Let's see. I feel this pinprick. Would I were assured of my condition.
Oh, look upon me, sir, and hold your hands in benediction o'er me. No, sir, you must not kneel.
Pray, do not mock me. I am a very foolish, fond old man, 80 and upward, and to deal plainly, I fear I am not in my perfect mind. Methinks I should know you and know this man, yet I am doubtful, for I am mainly ignorant what place this is, and all the skill I have remembers not these garments, nor I know not where I did lodge last night. Do not laugh at me, for as I am a man, I think this lady to be my child Cordelia.
And so I am.
Be your tears wet? Yes, faith, I pray, weep not. If you have poison for me, I will drink it. I know you do not love me, for your sisters have, as I do remember, done me wrong. You have some cause. They have not.
No cause. No cause.
Am I in France?
In your own kingdom, sir.
Do not abuse me.
Will it please your highness walk?
You must bear with me. Pray you now, forget and forgive. I am old and foolish.
Exit.
Act 5, Scene 1. The British camp near Dover. Enter with drum and colours Edmund, Regan, and soldiers.
Now, my sweet lord, you know the goodness I intend upon you. Tell me but truly, but then speak the truth. Do you not love my sister?
An honored love.
But have you never found my brother's way to the forfeit place?
That thought abuses you.
I am doubtful that you have been conjunct and bosomed with her, as far as we call hers.
No, by mine honor, madam.
I shall never endure her. Dear my lord, be not familiar with her.
Fear me not. She and the Duke her husband.
Enter with drum and colours Albany, Goneril, and soldiers. Aside.
I had rather lose the battle than that sister should loosen him and me.
Our very loving sister, well be met. Sir, this I hear, the king has come to his daughter, with others whom the rigor of our state forced to cry out, France invades our land.
Sir, you speak nobly.
Why is this reasoned?
Combined together against the enemy. For these domestic and particular broils are not the question here.
Let's then determine with the ancient of war on our proceedings.
I shall attend you presently at your tent.
Sister, he'll go with us?
No.
'Tis most convenient. Pray you, go with us.
Aside.
Oh, I know the riddle. I will go.
As they are going out, enter Edgar, disguised.
If ever your grace had speech with man so poor, hear me one word.
I'll overtake you. Speak.
Exeunt all but Albany and Edgar.
Before you fight the battle, open this letter. If you have victory, let the trumpet sound for him that brought it. Wretched though I seem, I can produce a champion that will prove what is avouched there. If you miscarry, your business of the world hath so an end, and machination ceases. Fortune love you.
Stay till I have read this letter.
I was forbid it. When time shall serve, let but the herald cry, and I'll reappear again.
Why, fare thee well. I will overlook thy paper.
Exit Edgar. Re-enter Edmund.
The enemies in view, draw up your powers. Here is the guess of their true strength and forces by diligent discovery. But your haste is now urged on you.
We will greet the time.
Exit.
To both these sisters I have sworn my love, each jealous of the other, as the stung are of the adder. Which of them shall I take? Both? One? Or neither? Neither can be enjoyed if both remain alive. To take the widow exasperates, makes mad her sister Goneril, and hardly shall I carry out my side, her husband being alive. Now then, we'll use his countenance for the battle, which being done, let her who would be rid of him devise his speedy taking off. As for the mercy which he intends to Lear and to Cordelia, the battle done, and they within our power shall never see his pardon. For my state stands on me to defend, not to debate.
Exit.
Act 5, Scene 2. A field between the two camps. Alarm within. Enter with drum and colors King Lear, Cordelia, and soldiers over the stage and exeunt. Enter Edgar and Gloucester.
Here, father, Take the shadow of this tree for your good host. Pray that the right may thrive. If ever I return to you again, I'll bring you comfort.
Grace go with you, sir.
Exit Edgar. Alarm and retreat within. Re-enter Edgar.
Away, old man, give me thy hand, away! King Lear hath lost, he and his daughter taken. Give me thy hand, come on!
No further, sir, a man may rot even here.
What? In ill thoughts again? Men must endure their going hence, even as they're coming hither. Ripeness is over, come on!
And that's true, too.
Exeunt.
Act 5, Scene 3. The British camp near Dover. Enter in conquest with drum and colors. Edmund, King Lear and Cordelia, prisoners. Captain, soldiers, etc.
Some officers take them away. Good guard until their greater pleasures first be known that are to censure them.
We are not the first who, with best meaning, have incurred the worst. For thee, oppressed king, I am cast down. Myself could else outfrown false fortune's frown. Shall we not see these daughters and these sisters?
No, 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 no. Come, let's away to prison. We two alone will sing like birds in the cage. When thou dost ask me blessing, I'll kneel down and ask of thee forgiveness. So we'll live and pray and sing and tell old tales and laugh at gilded butterflies and hear poor rogues talk of court news as if we were God's spies. And we'll wear out in a walled prison pacts and sects of great ones that ebb and flow by the moon.
Take them away.
Upon such sacrifices, my Cordelia, the gods themselves throw incense. Have I caught thee? He that parts us shall bring a brand from heaven and fire us hence like foxes. Wipe thine eyes. The good years shall devour them flesh and fell ere they shall make us weep. We'll see 'em starve first. Come.
Exeunt King Lear and Cordelia, guarded.
Come hither, Captain, hark. Take thou this note.
Gives a paper.
Go, follow them to prison. One step I have advanced thee. If thou dost as this instructs thee, thou dost make thy way to noble fortunes. Know thou this, that men are as the time is. To be tender-minded does not become a sword. Thy great employment will not bear question. Either say thou'lt do it, or thrive by other means.
I'll do it, my lord.
Go to it, and right happy when thou hast done. Mark, I say, instantly, and carry it so as I have set it down.
Exit. Flourish. Enter Albany, Goneril, Regan, another captain, and soldiers.
Sir, you have shown today your valiant strain, and fortune led you well. You have the captives. I do require them of you, so to use them as we shall find their merits.
Sir, I thought it fit to send the old and miserable king to some retention and appointed guard. With him I sent the queen, and they are ready tomorrow or at further space to appear where you shall hold your session.
Sir, by your patience, I hold you but subject of this war, not as a brother.
He lent my powers, in my rights by me invested, he compares the best.
That were the most, if he should husband you.
Jesters do oft profits.
Mean you to enjoy him?
The let alone lies not in your goodwill.
Nor in thine, Lord.
Half-blooded fellow, yes.
Let the drum strike and prove my title thine.
Stay yet. Hear reason, Edmund. I arrest thee on capital treason, and in thine attaint, this gilded serpent,
Pointing to Goneril.
for your claim, fair sister, I bar it in the interest of my wife. 'Tis she is subcontracted to this lord, and I, her husband, contradict your bans. If you will marry, Make your loves to me. My lady is bespoke.
An interlude!
Thou art armed, Edmund. Let the trumpet sound. If none appear to prove upon thy head thy heinous manifest and many treasons, there is my pledge.
Throwing down a glove.
I'll prove it on thy heart, ere I taste bread. Thou art in nothing less than I have ever proclaimed thee.
Sick! Oh, sick!
Aside.
If not, I'll never trust medicine.
There's my exchange.
Throwing down a glove.
What in the world he is that names me traitor? Villain like he lies. Call by thy trumpet. He that dares approach on you, who not? I will maintain my truth and honor firmly.
A herald, ho! Trust to thy single virtue, for thy soldiers all levied in my name, have in my name took their discharge.
My sickness grows upon me.
She is not well. Convey her to my tent.
Exit Regan, led. Enter a herald.
Come hither, herald. Let the trumpet sound and read out this.
Sound, trumpet! A trumpet sounds. Reads.
If any man of quality or degree within the lists of the army will maintain upon Edmund, supposed Earl of Gloucester, that he is a manifold traitor, let him appear by the third sound of the trumpet.
Sound.
First trumpet.
Again.
Second trumpet.
Again.
Third trumpet. A trumpet answers within. Enter Edgar at the third sound, armed with a trumpet before him.
What are you? Your name, your quality, and why you answer this present summons?
No, my name is lost, but treason's tooth bear none and canker bit. Yet I am noble as the adversary I come to cope.
Which is that adversary?
What's he that speaks for Earl Edmund, Earl of Gloucester?
Himself. What sayest thou to him?
Draw thy sword. Thou art a traitor, false to thy gods, thy brother, and thy father. A most toad-spotted traitor. Say thou no. This sword, this arm, and my best spirits are bent to prove upon thy heart. Whereto I speak, thou liest.
Back do I toss these treasons to thy head. This sword of mine shall give them instant way, where they shall rest forever. Trumpets, speak.
All arms. They fight. Edmund falls.
Save him! Save him!
This is practice, Edmund. By the law of arms thou wast not bound to answer an unknown opposite. Thou art not vanquished, but cozened and beguiled.
Shut your mouth, dame, or with this paper shall I stop it. Hold, sir, thou worse than any name. Read thine own evil. No tearing, lady, I perceive you know it.
Gives the letter to Edmund.
Say if I do. The laws are mine, not thine. Who can arraign me for it?
Most monstrous. Oh, knowest thou this paper?
Ask me not what I know.
Exit.
Go after her. She's desperate. Govern her.
What you have charged me with, that have I done, and more, much more. The time will bring it out. 'Tis past, and so am I. But what art thou?
My name is Edgar, and thy father's son. The dark and vicious place where thee he got cost him his eyes.
Thou hast spoken right. 'Tis true, the wheel is come full circle. I am here.
Methought thy very gait did prophesy a royal nobleness. I must embrace thee. Let sorrow split my heart, if ever I did hate thee or thy father.
Worthy prince, I know it.
Where have you hid yourself? How have you known the miseries of your father?
By nursing them, my lord. List a brief tale. The bloody proclamation to escape taught me to shift into madman's rags. Met I my father with his bleeding rings, became his guide, saved him from despair, never, oh fault, revealed myself unto him, until some half hour passed when I was armed. Not sure, though hoping of this good success, I asked his blessing, and from first to last told him my pilgrimage. But his flawed heart, alack, too weak, the conflict to support. Twixt two extremes of passion, joy, and grief, burst smilingly.
This speech of yours hath moved me, and shall perchance do good. But speak you on. You look as you had something more to say.
Whilst I was big in clamor, came there in a man, who, having seen me in my worst estate, shunned my adorned society. But then, finding which was that so endured with his strong arms, he fastened on my neck, and bellowed out as he would burst heaven, threw him on my father, told the most piteous tale of Lear and him, Kent, Sir, the banished Kent, who in disguise followed his enemy king, and did him service improper for a slave.
Enter a gentleman.
Oh, she's dead.
Who dead? Speak, man.
Your lady, sir, your lady, and her sister by her is poisoned. She hath confessed it.
I was contracted to them both. All three now marry in an instant.
Here comes Kent.
Produce their bodies, be they alive or dead. This judgment of the heavens that makes us tremble touches us not with pity.
Exit, gentlemen. Enter Kent.
Oh, is this he?
I am come to bid my king and master I good night. Is he not here?
Great thing of us forgot. Speak, Edmund, where's the king, and where's Cordelia? See thou this object, Kent.
The bodies
Alack.
of Goneril and Regan are brought in.
Why thus?
Yet Edmund was beloved, the one the other poisoned for my sake, and after slew herself.
Even so, cover their faces.
I pant for life. Some good I mean to do, despite of mine own nature. Quickly send, be brief in it, to the castle, for my writ is on the life of Lear and on Cordelia. Nay, send in time.
Run, run, oh run! Haste thee for thy life.
Exit Edgar.
He hath commissioned from thy wife and me to hang Cordelia in the prison, and to lay the blame upon her own despair, that she fordid herself.
The gods defend her. Bear him hence a while.
Edmund is borne off. Re-enter King Lear, with Cordelia dead in his arms. Edgar, captain, and others following.
Howl, 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 oh, you are men of stones. Had I your tongues and eyes, I would use them so that heaven's vaults should crack. She's gone forever. I know when one is dead and when one lives. She is dead as earth. Lend me a looking glass. If that her breath will mist or stain the stone, why then she lives.
Is this the promised end?
Or image of that horror?
Fall and cease.
This feather stirs. She lives. If it be so, it is a chance which does redeem all sorrows that ever I have felt.
Oh, my good master.
Prithee away.
'Tis noble Kent, your friend.
A plague on you, murderers, traitors all. I might have saved her. Now she's gone forever. Cordelia? Cordelia, stay a little, huh? What is it thou sayest? Her voice was ever soft, gentle, and low, an excellent thing in woman. I killed the slave that was a-hanging thee. I have seen the day with my good biting sword I would have made them skip. I am old now. Who are you? Mine eyes are not the best, I'll tell you straight.
Oh, if fortune brag of two she loved and hated, one of them we behold.
This is a dull sight. Are you not Kent?
The same, your servant Kent. Oh, where is your servant Caius?
He is a good fellow, I can tell you that. He'll strike, and quickly too. He is dead and rotten.
No, my good lord, I am the very man.
I'll see that straight.
That from your first of difference and decay have followed your sad steps.
You are welcome hither.
Nor no man else. All's cheerless, dark, and deadly. Your eldest daughters have fordone themselves, and desperately are dead.
Aye, so I think.
He knows not what he says. In vain it is that we present us to him.
Very bootless.
Enter a captain.
Edmund is dead, my lord.
That's but trifle here. Your lord and noble friends know our intent. For us we will resign for old majesty. To him our absolute power.
To Edgar and Kent.
All friends shall taste the wages of their virtue, and all foes the cup of their deservings. Oh, see, see!
And my poor fool is hanged. No. No, no life. Why should a dog, a horse, a rat have life, and thou no breath at all? Thou wilt come no more, never. Never, 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 never. Pray you, undo this button. Thank you, sir. Do you see this? Look on her. Look, look, her lips. Look there, look there.
He faints. My lord, my lord!
Break, heart, I prithee, break!
Look up, my lord.
Vex not his ghost. Oh, let him pass. He hates him much that would upon the rack of this tough world stretch him out longer.
He is gone indeed.
The wonder is he hath endured for so long.
Bear them from hence. Our present business is general woe.
To Kent and Edgar.
Friends of my soul, you twain rule in this realm, and the gourd sate sustain.
I have a journey, sir, shortly to go. My master calls me. I must not say no.
The weight of this sad time we must obey. Speak what we feel, not what we ought to say. The oldest hath borne most. We that are young shall never see so much, nor live so long.
Exeunt with a dead march.